I stare at the glowing screen of my phone, the harsh blue light cutting through the shadows of my Portland apartment like a knife. My mother's text stares back at me. Family meeting. Sunday, 4 p.m. Sharp. Don't make us wait. My fingers hover over the keys, itching to fire back something sharp. But I know better. This isn't an invitation, it's a trap. Coiled tight and waiting to spring. The Oregon rain hammers against my window. A relentless drumbeat that usually lulls me into some semblance of peace. Tonight, it feels like an omen. Each drop echoing the storm building inside me. It's been 3 weeks since Grandpa Harold's funeral, and already the scavengers are descending. The memory crashes over me like a wave, the cloying smell of funeral lilies. Mom's theatrical sobs in her perfectly tailored black ensemble. Tears that dried up the second the service ended. My brother, Ethan, lurking beside her like a shadow, eyes glued to the floor. His usual slouch even more pronounced. Neither of them had bothered to visit Grandpa in his final days. Not once. But I had. I close my eyes. And suddenly I'm back in that stuffy attorney's office in Albany. The wood-paneled walls closing in as Mr. Caldwell, Grandpa's lawyer for decades, clears his throat and begins reading the will. Mom and Ethan across from me, leaning in like predators scenting blood. To my granddaughter, Emily Rose Thompson, he'd intoned, his voice steady as granite. I bequeath controlling interest in Thompson Construction, the family estate at 1423 Maple Lane, and the sum of $3.8 million. The room went dead silent for what felt like an eternity, 3 heartbeats. I counted them before Mom exploded. This has to be a mistake. Her palm slammed the desk, rattling the pens. Harold wouldn't cut us out like this. Mr. Caldwell didn't blink. No mistake. Mrs. Thompson. Your father was sharp as a tack when he signed this. I sat there, face blank, hands clasped in my lap, while she raged on about undue influence and mental decline. Ethan? He said nothing, just stared at his shoes, jaw clenched like he was biting back a scream. We filed out to the parking lot in tense silence. But before I could unlock my car, Mom grabbed my arm, nails digging in like claws. This isn't done. Emily, she hissed, her breath hot against my ear. Not even close. I yanked free without a word, slid into my seat, and only then did the shaking start. Gripping the wheel until my knuckles blanched, I forced air into my lungs. Now! Weeks later, her text sits there like a live grenade. She's called 19 times since the reading. I've picked up 3. Each call ends in her crocodile tears. Her pleas to make this right for the family. My phone buzzes again, not her. Thank God. But my friend Jake. You good? Need backup? He knows the score. Offered to tag along to this so-called meeting. But no. This poison? I have to drink it alone. I'm fine. I text back. Just strategizing. His reply pops up. That lawyer's number is saved, Sarah Klein. If things go south. A faint smile tugs at my lips. I've already consulted Sarah twice. The will's airtight. Grandpa's wishes locked in stone. But Sunday looms like a battlefield. 2 days away. I pace to my bedroom. Yank out my duffel bag. If I'm facing the firing squad, I'll do it prepared. The drive from Portland to Albany's about 90 minutes. I'll head out early. Swing by Grandpa's house first. My house now. As I stuff in clothes, my eyes catch the St. Christopher medal dangling from my rearview mirror in the hall. Grandpa slipped it to me with my first car keys. I'm not Catholic, I'd protested. Neither am I, he'd winked. But hey, extra insurance never hurts. I zip the bag. Head back to the living room. The rain eases to a whisper. I grab my phone. Tap out, I'll be there. Then I sink into the dark, letting the patter outside steady me as I map out my defenses. Grandpa didn't pick me because I was fragile. He chose me because he knew I'd fight, even against blood. Sunday arrives, and Mom's house is a picture-perfect manicured lawn, crisp white shutters, everything screaming suburban bliss. I idle in my car an extra minute, spotting the living room curtain flicker. They're watching. My phone pings. Jake again. Remember Sarah's advice, sign nothing. Deep breath. I snatch my leather briefcase, Grandpa's gift for my MBA graduation, and march up the path. The door swings open before my knuckles hit wood. Emily. Sweetheart. Punctual as ever. Mom's voice drips with that fake cheer she saves for PTA meetings and cocktail parties. She's in pearl studs and a soft beige sweater, fresh off the rack. Come on in. The living room hits me like a gut punch, furniture rearranged into a U-shape around the coffee table, for chairs like an interrogation setup. Two guys in gray suits stand as I enter. Ethan slumps in the corner, eyes on the rug. Coffee? Mom waves at a fancy tray. Let's cut the crap, I say, staying on my feet. Briefcase clutched like a shield. Her smile tightens to a grimace. These are Mark Reynolds and David Harlan, our family financial consultants. Reynolds shakes my hand. All slick charm and cufflinks. MS. Thompson. We've heard so much. Yeah. I'll bet. I sit in the hot seat she pats. Briefcase on my lap. Ethan won't meet my eyes. No. Emily, Mom starts, ironing her pants with her palms. We're all worried about Dad's mental state those last weeks. He wasn't himself. He was crystal clear when I saw him, I counter. Voice level. Seeing someone occasionally isn't the same as knowing them day to day, she shoots back. Dr. Ellis can vouch, he was disoriented near the end. You hadn't visited in over a month before he passed. The air thickens. I was there 3 times a week, I say. Heat rising. We talked business. Investments. His vision. Reynolds jumps in. Families get messy. Especially with loss. We're still family, Mom adds, voice dropping to that manipulative whisper. My phone vibrates in my pocket once. Twice. A barrage. Reverend Thompson called today, Mom says. Eyes gleaming. He's concerned. Said he'd contact you. So that's her play, rallying the church crowd. Relatives. Old friends. Anyone she can weaponize. Victoria has held this family together, Harlan chimes in, using her first name like an old buddy. This setup breeds resentment in a tight-knit clan like yours. My phone buzzes again. Ignore it. We've drafted papers, Mom nods to Harlan, who pushes a stack over. A fair split, voluntary. Of course. Define fair? You keep 15% of Thompson Construction, Harlan explains, like he's doing me a favor. The rest goes back to the family trust. Back? Like I'd swiped it. We've all built this, Mom insists. Your job at Horizon Projects? That came from connections your father and I built. Rage simmers. Grandpa got me that interview. Not her. Through it all. Ethan stays mute, twisting his ring finger where his wedding band used to be. Sarah's words echo. Sign nothing. Document everything. I'll review this with my lawyer, I say. Not touching the papers. Reynolds smirks. Family stuff stays in the family. Right? Grandpa's wishes were clear, I reply. His mind was foggy, Mom snaps. Mask cracking. Ethan's eyes flick to mine as spark. Maybe regret. Maybe alliance. I stand. I should head out, early meeting. Mom rises. Smile fracturing. Think it over. Emily. Tongues are wagging. It looks bad on us all. I nod vaguely. Escape to my car. Phone check. 8 voicemails, church folks. Cousins. Even my old college roommate. Mom's network in full swing. Driving back through the rain-slicked night, I white-knuckle the wheel. The metal sways gently. Keep me safe, I murmur. Hours later, a knock jolts me. Peephole reveals Ethan, drenched and defeated. Can I come in? He asks. Mom's listing the house. She can't, it's mine. She's rushing before you lock things down. He looks wrecked. There's more you need to know. Our eyes lock. And for the first time in forever, I see my brother. Not her echo. Get in. A week slips by. And another late-night knock yanks me from sleep. 11:43 p.m. Rain pounding like fists. Ethan again. Soaked to the bone. You look like hell warmed over, I say, tossing him a towel. He dries off. Collapses on the couch. Sorry for the drop-in. What now? I ask. Heart sinking. Lisa and I split 4 months back. The words hang heavy. We haven't talked real stuff in years. For months? Where you crashing? Mom's garage apartment. He rubs his eyes. Not the hero's welcome I imagined. I fire up the kettle. Tea or whiskey? Tea's good. His voice echoes empty. There's worse. Last year, Mom told Grandpa Lisa had hospital bills $22,000. He handed her the cash to help us, but there were no bills. The puzzle snaps together. She pocketed it. Ethan nods. Lisa pulled doubles at the clinic while Mom jetted to Hawaii, posted pics and all. Grandpa spotted them. I gripped the counter. She played you like a fiddle. Us, he corrects. Voice breaking. When Lisa found out, that was it. She couldn't get why I wouldn't call Mom out. Kettle clicks. I pour mugs. Mind racing. More. He nods. I suspect it's not the first scam. 3 days later, I slip into Grandpa's house, my house, key in hand. Ears straining for Mom. Silence. Straight to his study. The oak desk gleaming under dust motes. Photo of us at my graduation beams down. Bottom drawer creaks open, leather ledgers. Yearly labels crisp. I grab the last 3. Flip pages. Grandpa's precise script details every dime, not just business, but personal loans. Patterns emerge. January 18th. 2024, loan to Victoria, $7,500. Ethan's emergency surgery. Note, Ethan posted work pics same week, no surgery. February 9th. 2024 loan, $5,200. Lisa's car wreck. Note, checked shop, no record. Page after page. Years of deceit unspool. Gut twisting. I hit the final entries, May 12th. 2024 loan, $22,000. Lisa's bills. May 26th. 2024, saw Victoria's Hawaii selfies. No bills confirmed. May 27th. 2024, seeing Caldwell tomorrow. Updates needed. 2 weeks before he died. Vindication burns hot. Mixed with sorrow, all those years I doubted my own instincts. Fingers brush an envelope for Emily. If they contest. Hands trembling. I tear it open. That night, I show Ethan. He's at my place when I return. She used my name dozens of times. He paces. Ledger in grip. Rain lashes windows. According to this, at least 7 instances he documented. I fan out pages on the table. And those are just the caught ones. He scans. Face paling. 3 years ago, she said I needed college funds. I was in Denver. Slinging coffee. Silence descends. Heavy as lead. He rereads Grandpa's letter. My dear Emily. If you're reading this, they've come gunning. Your mother never grasped earning over grabbing. You have restraint. Vision. The company. House. Funds their tools. Not toys. I trust you to see that. Records matter. Truth always does. Love. Grandpa Harold. He knew, Ethan whispers. Gathered proof all along. I trace entries. Dates. Calls. Lies, all here. Resolve hardens in his eyes. What next? I dial Sarah. We gear up. Mom expects me to fold at the next ambush. You're not. Hell no. But I'll serve her the truth on a silver platter. Ethan's phone buzzes. Lisa. Go talk, I say. I'll scan these with Jake. At the door. He pauses. Sorry I ghosted when it counted. You're here now. After he's gone. Evidence sprawls around me. Rain quits. Air clears. This stops here, I mutter. Resolve crystallizing like ice. Another Sunday. I pull up at 3:55 p.m. Early on purpose. Clouds hang low. Puddles mirroring the gray. Purse heavy with the folder, Grandpa's real legacy, proof over paper. Mom answers. Smile predatory. Punctual. Dear. Inside. Room staged, chairs angled like a tribunal. Table buffed. The suits, Reynolds and Harlan rise. Nodding. Coffee? Facts only. I sit. Purse close. Reynolds, glad you're back, shows maturity. Maturity? As if I'm the child here. Harlan slides papers. Fair fix, 15% stake for you. Trust fund. Rest to family pool, true to Harold's spirit. Mom leans in. Faux worry, you saw him most. But that influence. He was fading. They nod like bobbleheads. Favorites don't get it all, she adds. Family's about sharing. Their eyes gleam, fees on the line. I let them drone. Confidence swelling. Silence falls. Expectant. Before anything I say. Opening the folder. First, Mom's Hawaii Instapost. Timestamped during Ethan's crisis. What's this? She snaps. Next, spa bill from Vegas during Lisa's accident. Then ledgers, loans. Notes. Exposures. Air thickens. Reynolds shifts. Door opens, Ethan early. Eyes on the spread. You faked my surgery? His voice wavers. Mom pales. Ethan. It's complicated. No. It's theft. He stands by me. Shift seismic. I top with Grandpa's letter. He wasn't foggy, he was wise to you. Harlan coughs. Victoria. You omitted details. Misunderstandings, she protests. Ethan holds the photo. I slaved while you sipped my ties. Suits exchange looks stooped. No more meetings, I declare. Will holds. Mom trembles. You can't, you're my daughter. And he was yours. 5 minutes of stunned quiet after the last photo, Mom on that Hawaiian deck. Toasting during Ethan's bills. Her face twists feral. You rifled his things. His desk, my desk now. Always the golden child, she spits. He never saw my sacrifices. Ethan cuts in. Did you know Grandpa believed that cash saved my life? Calculations flicker in her eyes. He was controlling, I framed it his way. I gave up everything for you kids. Vacations look cushy, I retort. She grabs Harlan's arm. Remember me nursing your broken wrist? Teaching Harold's apple pie recipe. Memory tugs her hands over mine. Flour dusted. For a second. I'm small. Craving her nod. You're sharper than Ethan, she coos. Harold saw it, I did. Ethan's breath hitches. Reynolds, maybe rethink, I'm not hurting you, I say. Eyes locked. I'm righting wrongs. I tap proofs, signatures. Transfers. Posts. This is my duty now to what he built. Silence reigns. Clock frozen. You owe us, she lashes. Without me. You're zilch. Words sear. Bridge ablaze. Coming. I ask Ethan. He takes my hand. Stands. This isn't over, she hisses. But we walk out. Door clicking shut. Sun warms the porch. Silence in the car comfortable. Shared. Miles pass. Thanks, he says. I squeeze his shoulder. Road unfurls. Past fading. Future calling. A year on. I run fingers over Grandpa's mahogany desk, mine now in Thompson Constructions HQ. Sun streams in. Gilding reports I've pored over since sunrise. One orbit around the sun since that showdown. And the scars feel both fresh and ancient. His photo watches. Letter framed beside, restraint. Clarity. Anchors in the chaos. Knock, Ethan. Upright. Assured. No more shadow. Medford Eco lineup 19%. I grin. Harold would have beamed, green and profitable. Proving skeptics wrong's my jam now. His cert hangs proud, couch surfing days gone. We rebuilt. Dinners. Apologies to Lisa. Her back is family. Mom news. Aunt Sue says Arizona. Still spinning betrayal yarns. Shrug, no guilt. Silence easy. From the window. Floor buzzes, thriving. Trusts for employees' kids. No hooks. Thursday dinner? Yep. Lisa picks. He exits. I open the ledger's last page. Trust builders. Not takers. Close it soft. Office feels mine. Truck pulls up, Ethan waves. Jacket on. I join. Stepping forward. Legacy intact. Built right.